Assassin's Creed Mirage is nearly here, and there's a lot of details that you need to know before you play. There's some big differences between Mirage and the latest Assassin's Creed games, but I'll be going over those and the other important details that will be really useful for you to know before the release. So make sure to keep watching so that you're fully prepared to step back into the role of Assassin on October 5th. First up, let's talk about the different platforms that Mirage will be available on, as well as the requirements for PC players. On October 5th, Mirage will be available to play on the Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5, as well as the older gen consoles including the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which is really nice to see. It will also be available to play on PC, but this will be through the Epic Games Store instead of Steam, which is a little disappointing, and it will also be on Amazon Luna for gaming on the go. Now, for my fellow PC players, here are the requirements you will need in order to run the game, all the way from minimum to ultra settings. They aren't too hefty, and an SSD isn't essential unlike Starfield, but it's still worth checking that your current specs will be able to run the game before you buy. Now, as always, there are different editions of the game to choose from, so let's break them down. The standard edition comes with the base game only and will cost you £45 across all platforms. If you want to upgrade to the deluxe edition, you will get the base game as well as the deluxe pack and digital collectibles. The deluxe pack contains the Prince of Persia cosmetics, and the collectibles include the digital art book and soundtrack. This edition will cost you only £5 extra at £50 across all platforms. If you want even more, then you can buy the collector's edition, which comes with everything in the deluxe edition, as well as the Basim figure and brooch, Baghdad map, the mini art book, a selected game soundtrack, and the steel book case. This collector's edition will set you back £130. Now obviously this is a lot of money to spend on a game, but it's pretty good value for what you get, especially if you compare it to other collector's editions such as Hogwarts Legacy, which felt way overpriced for what was included. Sadly, none of the editions come with early access, but if you do pre-order any edition of the game, you will receive an exclusive quest called the 40 Thieves. There's a lot of differences in Mirage compared to the previous AC installments that you need to know about, including the story. Mirage will have a much more structured and linear narrative than the larger AC games have had. It's set in the year 861 in the Golden Age of Baghdad, a couple of years before the events of Valhalla. We will follow the younger Basim on his journey from street thief to becoming a master assassin with the Hidden Ones. Basim will be under the training of Master Roshan, who is based in the castle of Alamut, which we will get to visit when it's under construction. Mainly, we'll be trying to remove the Order of the Ancients, who will later become the Templars, from the city of Baghdad. With a more condensed narrative to enjoy, Mirage will take around 20 hours to complete the main story, so this is a much smaller game compared to the recent releases, but for me this is a breath of fresh air, as some of the more recent titles felt a little too extensive. At least that's how I felt about Valhalla. If you agree, let me know your thoughts in the comments. There will also be no playable modern day story in Mirage, so there will be no hopping in and out of the Animus. Overall, Mirage is paying homage to the original AC games, and I can't wait to get that nostalgic Assassin's Creed feeling. Another huge part of any Assassin's Creed game is, of course, the map and parkour, so let's dive into what Mirage has to offer on those fronts. The map in Mirage is much smaller than the huge open worlds of Valhalla, Odyssey and Origins. The only playable city will be Baghdad, which is divided into 4 different zones: the Industrial District, the District of Knowledge, the Commercial District and the Rich District, home to the Palace. Baghdad is a vibrant and densely packed city with tons of buildings and NPCs. The layout of Baghdad will make it a dream to navigate the map by running across rooftops and swinging from building to building, just like we used to do in the earlier games. We will be able to use lifts and corner swings, as well as a brand new feature, the pole vault, which can help us cover bigger distances. If you don't feel like doing any parkour, you can also ride a horse to gallop around, or take one of the standing boats if you need to travel over water. Of course, there are areas outside of Baghdad to explore, but you can expect to spend most of your time here. Stealth is another one of the key aspects of Mirage, and it has been a big focus for the Ubisoft team. This sets the game apart from its predecessors, which lacked the general blending in with crowds, bribing heralds and avoiding detection to responsive guards. The good news is that these mechanics are back and have been significantly improved. The guard detection system has been overhauled, and this is a game which truly values the art of being unseen and will punish you if you get caught. There are many tools which have been added to the game which will support this more stealthy approach. This includes the Noisemaker, a tool which will distract and group enemies together. We also have the Assassin Focus ability, which will teleport you to different enemies and assassinate them in quick succession. Additionally, we have our Eagle Companion, which will be used to scout the area and mark targets. This is essential as there are many archers and scouts that will alert people to your presence. All of these tools, not to mention the throwing knives and smoke bombs, will aid stealth in Mirage as it returns to a focus on being unseen, just like the classic games. Following on from stealth, let's take a look at combat and assassinations. Overall, combat will be very different to the hack and slash, melee driven style of Valhalla. You cannot expect to be going around and hitting everyone you see and taking on hordes of guards. Your character is not a warrior and combat reflects this. You can fluidly chain attacks together, but you can easily be blocked or do minor damage as is expected of an assassin. This is a step in the right direction from previous games where every hit did lots of damage and you could spam with your axe until you defeat your enemy. Of course, combat is still a big part of the game and this has been improved. New animations mean that we can see a unique style of Basim and chain good looking attacks together. It's important to mention that countering is also more important as we cannot deal huge amounts of damage in one go. Therefore, combat will feel a lot more like the older games when you are waiting for enemies to lunge at you with a big attack and you are looking to hit them with a quick counter and a lethal blow. There will therefore be a much bigger focus on assassinations in Mirage instead of going in all axes blazing. Ubisoft are bringing back some popular assassination methods from the first few games, such as the bench assassination and the rooftop garden assassination. It's also important to note that you'll be able to choose which hidden ones targets to go after, and you can do them in any order that you like. Each time you kill a target, you can choose a new tool to unlock for Basim at the Bureau. Overall, there have been some positive changes to combat and you can expect to rely more on assassin's skills rather than brute force. And those are the key points that you need to know before you play Assassin's Creed Mirage. Let me know in the comments what part of the game you are most looking forward to. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more RPG gaming news and theory videos. Be sure to check out my Twitch channel linked in the description below, where I'll be streaming Mirage from October 5th. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.